Instead, we have a Measure G to add another sales tax, to try and go into the general fund, to try and help things out. You have the Downtown Improvement District, where they're going to tax businesses downtown, where they have to help fund something to improve downtown, because they cannot already handle what's happening in their own city. And it's my city. I say theirs. I don't even like saying that. It's my city. I went to Modesto High School, third generation to go to Modesto High School. Pardon? Ms. Canoyer, I pay taxes every time I go in the city of Modesto. When I get gas in the city of Modesto, that goes to help the city. When I go shopping in Modesto, that helps go to the city.
You're not here to talk on G. That is not, you don't get to vote on that.
Excuse me, if you're going to be disruptive, then you can leave. I really wish for you to stay. I'm simply giving an example. I'm not weighing an opinion on Measure G. I'm saying it exists.
Well, you didn't give an opinion.
Anyone here can have any opinion that they wish. Anyone here can have, but it exists for a reason. It exists because the city of Modesto has a complete lack of funds to be able to pay for the services that they desperately need to provide their constituents, correct? That is exactly why it exists. It exists to pay for things that the city cannot currently afford. That's the point that I made. So everything I said was completely accurate. Without weighing an opinion on it, the city is looking for ways to fund things they cannot currently pay for.
There you go.
Correct. Can I vote in the city of Modesto, by the way?
Yeah.
It might be interesting because I am a voter in the city of Modesto, my wife and I are. And just find out how many people in this audience tonight are voters for the city of Modesto. This gentleman back here who said, "What are you currently doing?" Take a ride, drive into Modesto in Oranger. And once you get past the hotels, you're going to see hundreds of these signs. Drive into the Ensland area where my wife and I live, you're going to see thousands. And if you can convince the 9,000 people that signed to put this thing on as a measure, it will pass with those 9,000. Because you're not going to get 9,000 no votes. But there is a group of people that are dead set against this, and you have to be careful. You need to go out and
Ms. Canoyer, I appreciate if you want to talk to people afterwards, but...
Can I make a statement?
Yes, please. No, everyone else has a right to stand up and share their opinion. Ms. Canoyer does as well.
I do not feel that this is going to kill Modesto. If it passes, we're a bigger city than that. It's not going to kill Modesto. That's right. It's not going to stop us. It's going to make us really, because a lot of this happened before I came on. Truly, the city of Modesto was by planners from way back, poorly planned. Look at Southwest Modesto, how there's so many county islands. I just wanted to listen to hear what you had to say. But I'm saying it's not going to kill us.
No.
We're going to survive. We're going to learn how to live within the inside. But the county, and you're slipping over that, the county, you said,
I addressed it.
You addressed it, but you didn't. But the thing is, the county doesn't have LAFCO. People only have to go to the county with their plan, to the county planning, and then right to the county to their supervisor. If you're in Modesto, you have to do a plan. You have to go through the different sequence and all that. Then you have to go to LAFCO that's all I want to say.
Then that means, right, and when this is done, then we'll have your full support when we go to the county and look to get some sort of protection from the county as well. And we'll get that as well. Just as we're gonna get this through, we'll get protections from the county through as well. And if anyone has any questions on how it works at the county or anything else, Supervisor Terry Withrow's in the back, who also serves on LAFCO, and I'm sure he'd be happy to answer your questions as far as that goes. And just one thing I do want to touch on, and it was brought up about the support for this. There was 9,700 signatures to register this, to get it on the ballot. That is registered voters. Now, it's one thing when you go to the ballot box and you check something, you might have an opinion on it, but if you sign your name to a piece of paper, you feel quite strongly. In the last mayoral election, before this one upcoming, Mayor Marsh won election with 10,200 votes. That's how many votes it took for him to win the mayor's seat. We collected 9,700 signatures from registered voters in the city of Modesto. And I think when it comes to the ballot box, the support is going to be overwhelming. But I'm not going to take that for granted, and all of us need to continue to work and push to ensure that that happens.
I'm glad you pointed out that this is really the second wave of this particular process because of the 9,700 qualified registered voters that signed. And so we went through the step-by-step system in order to put this on the ballot. That's why it's so significant as a measure. It literally is of the people. The other thing that I want to talk about is Councilmember Cournoyer kind of brought it up. And I've been watching this for the last, since 1983, I think, when I came back to Modesto. The us and them mentality between the cities and the counties. That has to stop. This is crazy. This is the most productive agricultural area the world has ever known. People need to represent us, need to grow up and face that fact and recognize what a powerhouse we are at food production, that our industry is associated with food production, that our jobs are associated with food production. Get over it. Let's work together. Anyone else have any questions on Measure I?
Thank you.
We'll stick around after too. If anyone has any other questions, we'll be here for a little bit.
We'll be here longer if you have any questions to me or Jake or any of us. Thank you for coming out tonight.